Hi everybody, welcome to Humble George's channel, and welcome to this beautiful new car. I was listening to Michael's Single Racer's comment, and he said, Humble, you're going to do a completely black Bayro? Yeah. And I found a app today on Race Department that puts the logos back, the BMW logos, so we know beyond a shadow of a doubt what this car is. What do you think, guys? Beautiful, isn't she? This rascal will move right along, too. I don't know if we can keep up with it. Maybe not so well. We better cut it off at the pass. Let's go on over here and wait for it. Yeah, that'll be better, because there's no way I can keep up with that car now. Now, originally, I was going to, right off the bat, do a review on it. And then I took the car out for a ride, and I found a lot of things I loved about that car. I mean, well, you're going to find it too. But then again, it needed just a tiny
massage
to make it just what it should be. I mean, it's a fast, beautiful car.
Well, it was a beautiful car. Now it's a fast, beautiful car.
As you're about to see. Now, I did maybe 2-3 laps here at Black Cat this morning to get the base footage for what you're about to see. And as far as a handling car, it is outstanding. In fact, it could be peerless. Quite frankly, it's an incredibly wonderfully handling car, if that can be said. It didn't sound too good originally. It was kind of
Sounds great now. That was Humble's blended V8 sound that you're hearing.
And it was, well, for the looks of the car, it was nowhere near as fast or as quick as maybe you would have liked it. So that was no problem. And maybe you'd like a little more chrome that it came with, because it wasn't designed to be any kind of a chromed car. It was designed to be, you know, a GT3 car, a race car. You don't waste any time with chrome or the weight. You don't want the weight on the car for sure. But, you know, I want to take this out to dinner. I might put a license plate on the back of this rascal today with the 3D editor. I'm thinking about it. You say,
Humble, it's creeping along. It isn't going good at all.
yeah, I'm adjusting the seat. Don't get excited. Now let's see what happens here.
You're gonna try a gopher?
Yeah, I might. You never know.
You did. You tried a gopher.
I did try a gopher. You're right. I did. Look at it go. Thanks to Jody Park, we got moving water. What do you think it is? See, Jody, I wasn't going to let you down, bud. You thought, I worked all that time to help Humble, and the son of a bitch didn't even use it. Well, you were right. I didn't. Until now. Ha. Just because I don't do it right off the bat don't mean I ain't going to do it at all. Sometimes old Humble has to get his feet wet, as it were. If I'm not careful, I'm going to get the camera wet. Probably fizzed the video. But we're going to just pimp along here gently. Let that car skimp along as it will. And I'm going to try not to dump the camera in the lake, which isn't going to be easy. But we're going to sneak up to this house here and see what we can find. This camera's really nice. Sounds like I'm getting rubber, doesn't it? You think we can go right underneath the dock? Ever do that before? Well, this is going to be some tricky camera operating, and you got to keep it square with the horizon, which isn't all that easy. Imagine us monkeying around with this. I'm gonna try though.
Oh, don't dunk the camera, Humble.
We're under here. You almost hear it, can't you? I might add a little reverb to that. Here comes the car again. Sounds like a horse whinnying in the distance. Whoa. Oh, now we got to climb up the hill and scoot over here to take a look at this place. Wow.
Oh, we got our own little... Remember when they used to have soda machines?
I remember. My pappy used to have one in his tool shop. I used to like the birch bark.
Birch bark?
Birch something soda. Birch bark? What the hell was it? Birch something or other. You guys know what it was. Tell me in the comments. Alright, we're going to have some fun. Now you try to move it gently so it doesn't give you the pukes. That does add a lot to it though, doesn't it, with the water doing its thing? 9 out of 10 I'm going to try another gopher, so let's go for a little zip over here and see what we can find. We'll climb up here and go in this way. This is really fun flying this camera around. And I hear people enjoy these cinematic deals. So I'm thankful to people who do it. Years and years and years ago, I started out with a little Xbox first. So the controller was what I started with. We gotta hurry our ass up. This is gonna happen here pretty quick. It was a controller that I started with, so and the 360 controller is freaking awesome. I've never done an Xbox One, so I hear their controllers are even better. They're like $125, I gather, but I don't really know. I've never had one of those. Once I got to this gaming computer, and they made a zoo out of that friggin' Xbox Live. In fact, I got fucking booted off of it because I couldn't come up with my friggin' password. So to hell with them. Well, not that, but you know, I'm not gonna monkey with it. And it got cutthroat and too commercialized. Originally, it was a great little platform to play with folks all over the place. And it was real easy to hook up with your friends and have a friggin' ball. I ended up drinking too much, though. I'd have the cooler of beer right next to me, and I'd be in that sucker till I was a blithering maniac, which didn't take all that long. Oh, look at those shadows creeping. I'm missing the sunset again, ain't I? Here we go. Where's the sunset? There it is. It's sinking in this western sky. I can try to stay with them for a little while, but it ain't gonna be easy. Lights are on for safety.
Your car go like that?
It can. Just gotta learn how to adjust a few things. If I can get over there in time, try to keep the car in focus, but we're gonna get some rubber now. Let me get into position. Stay with it. I can't stay with it. I can't go fast enough. Well, maybe I can. So you can't outrun the camera. Oh, look at that. Nice shot at a track, isn't it? Let's get a little screener. Nice shot at a track.
Alright, now let's get over here because we know what it's gonna do. We know damn well the old Humble's gonna pull a fast one.
I know, it's hard to keep the camera horizontal. We're running out of daylight, so I hope I don't get another shitty video.
What happened to the rubber, Humble? Oh, you bummer. You borked me.
I hope this doesn't come out shit for visuals. Oh, look at the clouds moving. Oh, let's find the moon. It's around here somewhere. When you move this, it doesn't know what it's supposed to do. It's got to be around here. Oh, look at the moon. Oh, man, check it out. And look at the stars. Oh, look at the clouds moving in front of the stars. I hope you can see this. I hope it doesn't wash out like it did on that last video and look like shit. Because it looks frickin' cool right now, I'll tell you that. That is, and is hear the sound of the wind? Right, shut up. Oh, it's frickin' beautiful. This is the brand newest, up-to-date shaders patch, so I wasn't running that the other day. Let's see if this makes a difference. Oh, look at that shit. Oh, look at that. See, you can have a good time. I'm telling you what, if you even just got stereo joy cam, is that what? Joy to key? Stereo joy cam? I think it's one or the other. This really flies so freaking smooth. It is really not all that difficult to do. It really isn't. And you can just scoot around and see some of the beautiful... I mean, these people are artists when they build these tracks. Let me do this. I'm sorry, I don't mean to be a knucklehead, but let me go back. I want to get a little more daylight out of this. Well, that's a little more daylight than I wanted to get, but all right, since we're here, here's some kind of activity going on. Check this out, man. I hope you enjoy this. I know it's kind of convoluted and weird, but aside from that, what if we wanted to be a little bird and go right up on this and perch? Can we do it? It's tricky, but it could be done if you're real gentle. But that's the ticket, real gentle. I gotta be square with it. Always look at the corners of the shot, guys. You get tunnel vision looking down the barrel, but the trouble is you're not paying attention to the corners of the shot. And if that's the case, 9 out of 10, you're not horizontal, square. This is another mod that's on there that allows the flow of the water. It's a shader, but you have to get it from the race department.
Flow max.
No, that's the stuff that makes you pee like a racehorse. Or supposedly does. Then you end up needing Viagra. But,
You shouldn't monkey with that thing. It's better off left happy.
alright. There's a little bit to the right here. I think it looks pretty doggone good. The sky looks good. That's usually my biggest bitch when I change the shaders patches. It screws up the clouds. But they seem to be happy. And it looks not too washed out, a little bit, but it's not bad. But it's not grainy like it was just a little while ago. Until I went to this newer patch, everything looked grainy and it was giving me the pukes. So I said, you know, we better do something about this. Look at that water. The water does, when it moves, add a lot to the game. Can you believe this is a Assetto Corsa? It is so beautiful. I mean, I don't know of a game that's or sim or whatever the deal. It's, well, of course, this is the only one I play, so obviously I wouldn't know about it. But And even the color of the water now has changed. It looks really nice. Let's just scoot along. You know I'm going to pull some kind of bullshit. I always do. Yeah, we just didn't get a chance to see it. I hear it. Fucking limiters. We'll get some rubber. While we're scooting along, we're having fun. Fuck it, I'm going to go over here if that's the case. Here he comes.
Does it sound good? You won't hear that in a regular car. Doesn't have anywhere near the sound of that. This thing has balls. That one has, well, dust bunnies.
Well, now listen, I'm not going to say anything disparaging about this this paid mod at all. Number one, it's worth 20 times what they ask you for as far as money. For the effort they put into it is absolutely amazing. Amazing, the effort. And it'll do tons of shit that I've never done with it before. It's got an amazing amount of variations that you can do if you'll read the README. That's the main thing. You got to read the README. Try to catch that in the shot. All right, well, we will. We'll go over here where we can be ahead of the game, and where the sun is looking real good at that rubber mark, and we'll go get the car back. Come here, Fuzzy. You're not escaping that easy. All right, here he comes. Sorry about all the monkey business. Let's get it squared up nice, because your eye sees that. And if it's not right, or even close, it's creepy. And good enough smoke, I would say. Perfectly good. You want what? You wanted to go over here? Somebody said they wanted to see the cactuses. I could hear it in my mind. Now don't go give me that woo bullshit. It's just I pay attention to the things that go through my mind. And believe me, you don't listen to every friggin' word, because some of it, the devil tries to fuck with you. Oh, why don't you jump in the lake and drown yourself? Why don't you take a shit in a hat and wear it real tight? You know, there's sometimes you got to pay attention to what you're thinking, and don't go with everything. Look at that, though. Isn't that friggin' beautiful?
What do you think, we can get right through here?
I'm going to try.
You want to go through that one?
We're not going to. We're going to go through this.
That was spooky.
Come on, let's go on over here. Shit's fun, man. I'm having a good time. I love flying this fucking thing around here. You should have seen me in Arma 2, boy. I could fly the piss out of a helicopter. And you think I mod stuff here? And I do. Oh, I had fucking warthog shit stuck to that fucking helicopter. I had biplanes with F-16 armaments and heat-seeking missiles and shit. It was a fucking riot. Red Baron didn't have shit on me, boy. I kicked his fucking ass more than once. I loved Arma 2. Arma 3 bites, but Arma 2 was excellent. I mean, it bites for me. I don't like it. Too much bullshit. It's not horrible, but it's... I liked Arma 2 a lot better. Check this shit out, man. We're getting off on the water. And the sounds of the track. Check this shit out. I don't want to go under the water. I just want to scoot along the water. Look at that. We got to get a screener. I don't know if the screeners are going to do it justice, but... I've got DCS Worlds, but I've never, ever played it to the point where I could enjoy it. Because I never could figure out how to start the fucking planes, number one. That really pissed me off. It's so damn hard. You got to do everything just like you were a real pilot, which I'm not. And all the buttons have to be hit in the right sequence, which I have no fucking clue how that works. So you stand there on the tarmac, pulling your fucking koala bear, wondering what the fuck's going on here. And it's very disheartening. Other people can do it and they have a ball. I watch them. In fact, I bought a whole fucking sim rig just for flying, and I've never used it a fucking second. But maybe someday. As Windows 7 comes to a fucking close the 17th of January, I've already gotten notices on that. But I have absolutely no intention whatsoever of getting rid of it, so that means this is coming offline. Look at that smoke. Alright guys, that'll probably do it. Let's fly our ass back to the ranch here. And oh, maybe we'll get up on the rocks here and watch the sun go down. That would be nice. Let's sneak right up here. Oh, this is the other road. Oh, that's cool, isn't it? All right, now see, we're mindful of the horizon. I think we've got a wee bit of time. Yeah, barely. We got dookie. All right, now once you get here, look at the edges of the screen, and you can pretty well tell your eye is pretty good. Excellent, in fact, nothing like it. And now we're going to sneak down gently with our left trigger and come forward slightly and down a wee bit more. And for a shot, you don't want the sun in the center of the frame. You want it slightly off to the edge, so it gives the eye a proper thing. And I'm going to get the shot before it escapes. So that's what you want. You don't want it square in the center. It's not very artistic. Maybe one more so it really goes down. Ready and pink. Beautiful. So that'll take care of this part of the segment, guys. I want to fly this fucker all day. I'm having such a good time. And I might. Maybe I will do that. Hear that thing? Sneak up on top of here and see if we can find it. I hear it. Oh, look at that. Where's it coming from? Okay, we're coming from over here. Again, I don't have any idea if this footage is going to come out. It was so piss poor on that other video, I almost shit-canned it. I don't know why it didn't render worth the fuck. It looks great right now. Okay, I guess that's all she wrote. Isn't this where Carl is? Where is Carl? He's usually waiting for me to come back. Swanky, he thinks Carl's a good guy. He wants to have him over for dinner sometime. We can. Guy sits there. He's very patient. He's patient as can be. Race Sim Studio Carl. Look at that guy. He's a cool dude. Oh, check this shit out. He's got his helmet on so he doesn't get his ass blown up. I didn't want to get hit. I felt like a chipmunk. All right, we'll say goodbye to Carl, and I'll show you the car in the showroom, and we'll call this a wrap. Not like in music, but nevertheless. Look at the guy. He just, whoa, Nelly, whoa. Come back here.
Carl, what are you doing, man? It's good to see you, brother.
He's kind of out of it. I think he hit the fucking splib when I wasn't around the second time. All right, let's check this shit out. Come on, guys. Let's put the driver in there, and we'll put the lights on, and move this over here. It don't look like your driver? Isn't that a pisser? I'm not big on the helmets, I'm just not. No offense, but I'm just not into it. I want the guy to look just like a normal dude. Now let's look at this. You can honestly see that there's depth in the glass. And it is amazing. They did it. You cannot stop raving about the job that they did. It is an outstanding job, and it's customizable. Although it doesn't jump up and down excited about it, it does allow it to happen. It's not thrilled, but you can do it. Like these rims. Oh, let's see. All right, they don't blur because I booted the blur. and I changed the blur to glass so we can really see the nice chrome wheels I put on this critter. Well, they're the same wheels it came with. I just made them a good percentage wider. I think it was 4 notches wider than what they come normally because the car deserved it. And I put the special lights on in color and lit this up. Oh, by the way, and as I did mention, um, the logo replacement for these, and put them in your skins, individual skins folder. That's where they show up the best. If you put them in the tech, well, you won't have the textures folder probably because you won't be able to get into the car. But anyway, that's where you can put them. You put them in your skins folder, and then they show up. So Ray Sim Studios won't get their ass reamed for using the logo, but you can still have it yourself. Now, your seat may not have leopard like this. I added the leopard, and I think it looks really sharp. Let me sneak in. Oh, look at that weld. Well, your interstructure of the roll cage won't be carbon fiber either, but you can do that by adding it. But you'll have to see me later about that. Now look at this little chrome swivel. Isn't that sharper than shit? I got some nice chrome accoutrements inside here, including, if I can get to it, I had a good shot a minute ago. These little toggles are all chrome now. They don't come chrome from Ray Sim Studios. I hope that's the right studio, or I just screwed up the program real hard. But let's get rid of the driver for a minute. Take a look at the steering. Here, let's get inside. Let's get inside. Check it out. I wonder if I can fly the camera. No, I can't. All right, well, the thought was there. So I lit these up, and look at the wood. That's Australian lace wood. Michael's jumping up and down. He loves Australia. And I think wherever you live, you should jump up and down about the place you live. I mean, if this world gets to be one generic gray piece of shit, I'm totally not into it. I want everybody to continue to enjoy and thrive in the place that they live. If you live in Germany, jump up and down about Germany. If you live, in Belize, jump up and down about Belize, Jamaica. Yeah, man, right, brother. Enjoy your heritage. Don't everybody try to be somebody else. I mean, I don't want. I love the people of the Soviet Union. I think they're fabulous, as I do of Romanians and English people from Great Britain and Australia and everywhere. I think people should be individual and love the place where God has placed them. Um, that's just my feeling. I don't want it to be one great big fucking deal where we're just a number. You're number 306, I'm number 5, or whatever the fuck. We all wear the same color. We all talk the same. That's bullshit. Fuck that. They tried that shit years ago with the Tower of Babel, and God came down and fucked that idea all to hell. And that's what spread us out. He said, spread out across the face of the earth and subdue it. And they said, fuck you. We're going to sit here and build a tower up. We're going to climb up and kick your ass. Fucking A. People are fucked up. But that's another day's story. Oh, shit. That's not what I want to do. I want to take the shot, not fuck with the shot. There we go. But what do you think, Michael? Do you like it in all black?
And beams.
And I got rid of the yellow bullshit. I mean, it's cool, but I wanted to see what's going on. I think it looks damn nice. I think it looks clean like this. I like the good, nice, clean-looking car. I don't need it all. Well, there's a time and a place for making it other than that. And I wanted to have it nice. So this is just for me. I mean, you could do it any way you want. I may change the dashboard. You could make it carbon fiber. You could make it cardboard if you want, if you've got cardboard texture. And you may say, well, this is a race car. We don't like the chrome wheels. Well, don't put them on your machine. That's as easy as that. And it ain't that. It isn't hard. I've learned now. If ever you guys get into the 3D stuff, always have the car pointed where the face of the car is to the left, and then you'll start with this wheel, go to this wheel, turn the car like this, go this wheel, to this wheel when you're changing the wheels. Otherwise, you'll fuck up these things called dummies in the back and the thing won't run. So it has to be done in that order, and you learn that by fucking it up.
Or by somebody intelligently explaining it to you. 1, 2, 3, and 4 on the other side. That's the order in which it works.
Yeah, you can try it any other way and jump up and down when the shit don't work, but that's your business. So here we are, and if you wanted a different color wood, put it in the descriptions, and we will work on that. It's easy enough to do. I could have had all this stuff be chrome as well, but let me show you what happens. Hang on. You get more than your friggin' bargain for it. Let's touch this, and all right, see that? That's what we got. We would have ended up with the friggin' steering wheel and everything chrome, and I just didn't want that particularly. So that's what we got, guys. Here's this beautiful Race Sim Studios. I hope that's who they are. I better go check. Yes, praise God. Race Sim Studios. It's a really, really nice car, and I think you would enjoy it. It's certainly worth the $4 point whatever euros that you could possibly pay for it, and it's really nice. As you can see, I got rid of all those teeth. Oh, no, I didn't. There's the teeth. I'm not really big on the teeth, but whatever. It's kind of cool. They're having fun, too. Now, this is a skin I really liked, but I haven't really looked at it too much. Let's take a peek at it if this thing will come back. Yeah, now that looks really... You don't think this is easy by any stretch, making those colors go where they go. You got to know what the F you're doing, and it's... To make this come out like that is really artistic, and it ain't easy to do. Trust me, it isn't. That shit's hard. And you want to even have harder, line the fucking stripes up. That's a real pisser. Now, they could have tried to do it here, but it could have spent the whole rest of the day monkeying with it, too, for no reason. Now, what do you think? Put in the comments if you want to see a license plate on the back of the thing, because I'll be glad to monkey with some of that shit. Now, here's what we got for the interior without humbelized monkey business. You get a white tub, which is nice, and white beams, which are nice. The seat is black, which you would expect. And yeah, it's cool. It's cool. We're jumping up and down, sort of. All right, so that'll probably take us.
Designed by Hayes. No shit. Purple Haze. Yeah, don't get into that shit. Oh, fuck. You might never come back.
And there's truth to that, too. I worked for the Department of Public Works in Parks Department years ago, and I was working with guys straight out of prison. They got them out of prison, put them in this work deal, and I got the job. You know, I was working with him, and there was a guy. His name was Sparling. He was a Vietnam vet, and he was a basket case. He was a medic, and he got deep into the fucking drugs they were giving the guys that were coming back all blown to shit. And he was not right. The guy I liked him. He was a decent guy, but he fucked himself up on the drugs. He was not, and to understand him was tougher than hearing me right now. And I stumble and waffle on my words, but it has nothing to do with that shit. So much for the stories, but I could go on and on and on. As a matter of fact, I'll tell you a little bit about Sparling. He was a decent guy, but he was loud. I don't know, he was just loud and kind of obnoxious. We had a crew leader who was, well, he was a complete asshole, to be honest with you. He was a real asshole. And the last day before we ran out of funding and got our ass kicked off, we were done on unemployment. It rained like a son of a bitch, and we were at this, in the park they have a big building where the workers and shit can go. Well, we were in there just biding time, and Sparling somehow irritated the fucking crew leader, and he threw a fucking brick at him, real life. Just missed him, and Sparling started to cry. It scared the shit out of him, and he started to cry. He only had about 5 teeth. His hair was long, but he had none on the front, none on the back, on the top. He had a long red beard. Yeah, he just started to cry, and I felt sorry for Sparling. So I thought, you dirty cocksucker. I said, I'm going to get this motherfucker. And I watched him, and he was a guy that, I'll tell you, all the black guys are just kind of milling around, and we had some tough bastards on that crew. Whoo! We had an Indian guy who, long, long black hair, and his face was all scars and shit from lacrosse. He used to catch the lacrosse puck in his face rather than let him get a goal. I mean, the guy was fucking beat to a pulp, but he was a hell of a nice guy. His name was Elfie, and I got along with him really, really well. So anyway, cut to the chase. I watched this asshole get up. He was doing some paperwork, and he got up to go do something, and I found this great big fucking thumbtack on the floor. It was an industrial-sized thumbtack, about as big around as a dime, with a big-ass spike. So I got a wild hair in my ass. I said, oh, fuck you. I went over and put it on his seat. Well, I watched him as he's milling around, and he'd come over and he jumped and he sat in that seat, and that motherfucker went airborne. And I went right in the fucking bathroom to hide. I didn't mind doing it, but I didn't have the balls to see the outcome. That motherfucker went nuts. But unfortunately, he went over and he was going to kick Sparling's ass. He thought Sparling did it. Sparling goes, I didn't do it. I didn't do it. Please don't hurt me. But you know what happened? The black guys noticed what was going on. And this guy Joe, who was the fucking crew leader, he also had all the money for the softball teams that he was working on. They went over and robbed his ass. They stole him fucking blind. They took about $300-400 from him while this went on. I mean, they didn't miss it. I mean, these guys came from prison. They weren't going to miss a fucking opportunity to steal from the guy, and they robbed him fucking blind. Well, I had no intention of the guy getting robbed. I just wanted to get it back for throwing a brick at Sparling. So when the shit died down and Sparling, I don't know, I don't think he actually hit him, but he was swinging at him and shit. It was uncool, totally uncool. But to make a long story short, finally he went back and sat down at his post, and he realized he got robbed too, and he went fucking airborne. He said, every one of you dirty motherfuckers line up. So we lined up. We had to. It was that or, well, we were going to lose our job anyway, so it didn't fucking matter, but we did. And he goes, I'm going to tell you something. He said, I don't know which one of you sons of bitches robbed me or who fucking put the tack on my seat. None of you cocksuckers have the balls to say anything because you know I'll kill you. He said, but I'll tell you right now, you got to live with it the rest of your fucking life. You're a bunch of scumbag sons of bitches. And that's exactly what he said. And the rest of them thought, fuck you. And the ones that's robbed him, they don't give a fuck. They're going to go get drunk or stoned or fucking coked out or some shit cracked up. They're going to go do something. Well, I sat there. My fucking conscience was gnawing a new asshole into me. I go, what the fuck? I never intended it to get this far out of hand. So after about a half an hour of my conscience gnawing the fuck out of me, welcome to being a Christian, because you can't just get away with this shit. You can't. There's something changed deep down inside you. You may pull some bullshit that's, but you can't run with it. So, oh fuck, here we go. I said, good Lord, be with me. I don't know what's going to happen if I get my ass kicked. Please, I don't want to go to the hospital. So, and that guy I was 22, something like that, and he was like 35. I mean, he was a muscular bastard, Italian on top of it. Oh, fuck. So I go, hey, Joe, come here a minute. I got something to tell you. I know a little bit about what went on. He goes, what is it? What is it, George? I said, I'm the asshole who put the tack on your seat because you're a fucking dickhead and because you threw the brick at Sparling, and I found the tack, and I got a wild hair, and I stuck it there and watched you go fucking airborne. He goes, you fucking asshole. I said, yeah, I did, but you're a prick. I wanted to tell you that for a long time. You're a fucking prick, and you deserved it. He goes, you steal my fucking money? I said, no, I didn't steal your money. I have no idea. That is not, this the reason that I'm talking to you now is because some dirty motherfucker stole your money. And I have no idea who it was, or I would tell you that too. He goes, well, you know what? I have respect for you because you had the balls to come and talk to me face to face, but I think if you don't learn how to go through life better than what you are, you're never going to amount to jack shit. And tomorrow you won't have this job, so you better better learn one thing, George, is if you don't learn to behave yourself better than this, you ain't never going to get a decent job the rest of your life. I said, well, I understand. I hope you'll forgive me. He goes, it may be in time I will. So that was a little story for you. I don't know if you like these stories either, but it was a story. It was real life. It happened. And I don't know whatever happened to Sparling. Oh, fuck. But I'll tell you what happened with Joe. Let's see, this was fucking, hang on. Let's get you another picture. Fuck. This was, I can tell you when this was. This was
Oh, you gotta double click it, fuckstick.
This was 1977. Okay? Now in 1985, I started my job driving concrete mixer. So that's, shit, 8 years later. I ended up delivering concrete to the Department of Public Works Park Department, and Joe was still there. He would worked his way up to being a big boss. I pull in with the cement mixer, and here is this dude. And I go, holy shit, after all this time, this fucker's still here. Well, the moment he saw me, he recognized me. He goes, what the hell, how'd you ever get a decent job? I said, I listened to what you said to me the last day on the old job, and something going to happen here? Oh, I just shit the bed. What the fuck? Oh, no, now the whole thing's going to crash. Oh, fuck me. No, it won't. I forgot. This fucking car takes forever. At least I didn't lose you. All right, fuck it. We've seen enough. I'm going to get going, guys. Have a nice weekend. He did forgive me, by the way, after all that time. The fucking guy did forgive me. He seemed to have learned the lesson, too. But he never did get his money back. Shit happens. Adios, guys.